TLP Reads. I'm Miss Kiley, and today we're going to be reading Never Play Music Right Next to the Zoo, written by John Lithgow, illustrated by Leeza Hernandez. Before we start, though, there's a couple vocabulary words that I want you guys to look out for. The first word is chaos. Can you say chaos with me, everyone? Chaos. Chaos means a total lack of organization or order. Chaos. The second vocabulary word to look out for is desperate. Can you say desperate with me? Desperate. Desperate means having an urgent need or a want for something. Desperate. The third vocabulary word to watch out for is enraptured. Can you say enraptured with me? Enraptured. Enraptured means being super happy or excited about something. Enraptured. And the fourth vocabulary word to watch out for is orchestra. Can you say orchestra with me? Orchestra. An orchestra is a group of performers on various musical instruments. Orchestra. As we're reading, I also want you guys to watch out for any time they talk about the number one rule in this book, which is never play music right next to the zoo. I went to a concert when I was a lad, no older than many of you. I sat with my sister, my mother, my dad, at a bandshell right next to the zoo. The soft summer air was so balmy and sweet, and the program was running so long that I found myself falling asleep in my seat, despite all the music and song. All at once the conductor erupted with rage. A band of wild animals was storming the stage. Oh, children, remember, whatever you may do, never play music right next to the zoo. They'll burst from their cages, each beast and each bird, desperate to play all the music they've heard. The lions and the elephants, the bears and the raccoons will steal away the trumpets, the flutes, the bassoons. Replace the musicians and chase them away. They'll sit in the bandshell and play. The monkeys played fiddle, the bison played bass. The percussion were manned by the camels. The yak played the sax until red in the face. A surprisingly musical animal. The bonobo played oboe, the ferret the flute. The jackal attacked the bassoon. The hippo had chosen the tuba to toot by the light of the silvery moon. Siberian tigers, Mongolian goats, a superabundance of bestial notes. As the animal orchestra filled up the air with chaos, confusion, and clatter, the audience calmly continued to stare, as if nothing at all was the matter. I trembled with terror, suppressing a scream, while my parents just sat there enraptured. Oh, how I wish it was only a dream, and those creatures all safely recaptured. But since by the minute I'd grown less afraid, I decided to sit back and watch while the orchestra played. They finished and each put his instrument down, then bowed and descended the stage. Each shed his tuxedo, or evening gown, and hurried back home to his cage. Then each reminisced, so grateful and glad, so full of contentment and pride. My mother, meanwhile, strolled away with my dad, but my sister remained by my side. She tugged on my sweater and spoke in my ear. "You better wake up, or we're leaving you here." Oh, children, remember, whatever you may do, never play music right next to the zoo. They'll burst from their cages, each beast and each bird, desperate to play all the music they've heard. No, never play music right next to the zoo, and pay strict attention to rule number 2. Bear in mind for the rest of your days, don't fall asleep when the orchestra plays. The end.